Ambazonians. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you for tuning in. It is a very, very exciting day with what I see happening in Ambazonia today. The show of defiance. In fact, Yaoundé, they are gnashing their teeth for what is going on in Ambazonia today. The national lockdown that we declared between September the 9th to September the 16th. It kicked off today in a powerful, most powerful way that anybody can imagine. Thank you again for tuning in. This is going to be open mic. With open mic, you can call in any moment, anytime to contribute or to ask a question during the show. So please, thank you for tuning in. Send out the link to everybody you can think of out there. Let them join the show. A lot is going on. And I bring a very special announcement, especially if you are a restoration fighter out there. I bring a special announcement. Please hit the share button. Let everybody out there know that the anchor man is live with open mic. And again, I will take your questions as usual. Stop me any moment, anytime in the course of the show to ask any question that you feel like asking. This is a show that I purposefully designed to fit the needs of every listener. That means, again, you can stop me at any moment, any hour in the course of the show to ask any question. All right, thank you for tuning in. Please go ahead, hit your share button, and I will be right back. In a few minutes, probably just in 1 minute. Stay put, please. Where's the technician now? All right, I guess the technician is not changing this on me.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricatv@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level.
Good morning, everyone. Josh, our journalist. Now have mind that population is dry. Now people now only one taxi or the same. still in the past. Obey the law. Obey the law. Obey the law. There's the giant woman, the city carpet woman.
This is Cuba. You can see the streets are virtually empty. Today, the 9th of September 2024. That day, where La Republic school must go, Ambazonia school it not go. You can see the streets are empty. Everybody is indoor. You can see for yourself. This is all about Kumba for today, the 9th of September 2024. Get it for yourself. Yeah, as I was saying, you can see just some few bikes running around. As you can see. Yeah. La Republic say not today. Abba say no, not tomorrow. Understand? These are the streets. This is the street along the Boya Road. From the Bisel Junction. Going down to Boya Road Motor Park. Look at the streets. You can see some people moving. This is the town that has always been very busy on days like normal working day. Look at this is Kumba. Very soon they will start telling that this has come back to normal. This is the popular Bisek Junction. That it is not very easy to cross this junction, but look at it for yourself. You look at it. This is the popular Bisek Junction. That's a golden triplane agency. That used to be on total hustling and bottling. Look at this is a Bisek Bank. Nothing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see from the footages out there, that is what transpired in Ambazonia today. I didn't get any images coming up from Bamenda, but of course we know what transpired in Bamenda. Bamenda was equally completely shut down. In fact, we have learned that as early as last evening, yesterday, La République du Cameroon's army stepped out and began arresting hundreds of people all over the city of Bamenda and locking them up at their police stations in the Old Town, Public Security, and the other police stations in town. What they were trying to do, we are yet to understand, but I guess they were trying to send some fear among the people to make sure that children go to school today. Now, this is all about children going to school. La République du Cameroon schools were supposed to resume today, September 9, in their country and supposedly in Ambazonia. However, Ambazonians have said no. We have a different educational system, and so our calendar season is going to be different from yours. And beginning this year, Ambazonian leaders came together and they said, schools reopen, schools resume starting September the 17th. And so because La République du Cameroon wants to bring a show of force to indicate that they have control over the territory we refer to as Ambazonia, they insisted that schools have to resume today in everywhere in one and indivisible. Everywhere, as they call it, in one and indivisible La République du Cameroon. And so they wanted all their government schools. They were looking forward to all their government schools, the so-called government bilingual this, government bilingual that, government grammar this, and government grammar that. They wanted all of those schools to resume in Ambazonia today. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, I am very, very excited and quite encouraged with what I see emerging from ground zero in all of Ambazonia, with Ambazonian parents saying, you know what? If you do not know, if you do not understand that we are 100% behind a free and independent Ambazonia, we are sending you a silent message that, yes, our schools resume September 17th. And so the parents let their children stay at home. They let their children stay home, and they are going to have their children stay home till when the official school calendar for Ambazonia starts, which is September the 17th to October the 2nd. That is the official resumption period for schools in all of Ambazonia. That is very, very important. So I really like to say a big thank you. Number one, to all the parents, all the students, all the school administrators. Please, please let your children remain home. We are not, as some people would love to say, we are not, Ambazonian diaspora or leaders are not stopping children from going to school. We are just taking our responsibilities into our hands by indicating exactly when we want those schools to resume in Ambazonia. We want your children to be in school. We want them to learn, not in schools operated by La République du Cameroon, but by schools operated by you in the community, the private schools, the mission schools, the community schools. These are schools operated by you, the people. Those are the type of schools that we will have running in Ambazonia. Let me say something to this that many people do not understand. Do you realize in most developing countries, the government doesn't operate schools? The government create the atmosphere for schools to operate. They moderate. In the USA, the counties run the school. The schools are community schools. The county, the local government, they run the schools. They even run their own police. The US government doesn't have a police force. The counties have their police force. The counties run their schools. They hire their teachers and fire them. The administrators of the school are hired by the people, by the community. When finally Ambazonia has become a reality, what we are talking about now, about community schools, is exactly what we will see. The people in Libialem, Menji local government, Alo local government, Wabane local government, Santa local government, Bafut local government, Njikwa local government, Ngi local government, Mbengwe local government, Boya local government, and so on and so forth. They should be able to run and operate their own schools, hire their own teachers, and pay them to operate their own schools. Not this nonsense that has been going on for years. We say we have a country in La République du Cameroon, and that country cannot build a single school in any community. In that country cannot hire a single teacher and pay them in any community. Why is it that We have a country that collects taxes from the people and from everything on the ground. But when they go and set up a school in a community, the poor parents who do not even have the money to pay a fee for their children, they have to go and build and mold blocks to build the schools. They have to go and hire teachers to pay to teach in the schools. And they call it a government school? Come on. That is not a government school. So I am really excited. I am being really fired up here today. But listen, I am really, really excited, ladies and gentlemen, with what I see on Ground Zero. This is Boya today. Look at the streets of Boya. Look at the street of Boya. I think this is around the Moliko area, I believe so. I may be wrong, but that was Boya today. That was Boya today. We've also seen images from Kumba, and Kumba was totally shut down, and the streets were ghosted. This is Kumba here. I believe this is around Fiango, as I was told. Look at the emptiness in the streets of Kumba. That is it. And even Victoria that has often the fire ghost towns was shut down. I understand that this is, I think they said half mile or mile one, and in Victoria today. See, the streets are dry. You can see a few Okada riders riding the streets, but Victoria on ghost towns days, even lockdown, isn't normally like this. This is a feat that is pretty new in this struggle. So I want to say thank you so very much to every parent in Ambazonia who is acknowledging that we have to begin to separate ourselves. We have to begin to separate ourselves from Yaoundé, from La République du Cameroon, by doing things like this to tell them we are different. We are different. We are not the same people. We have a different heritage. We have a different culture. Our educational system is different. Our legal system is different. Everything is different. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to begin to do this to send a strong message to La République du Cameroon. We are a different people. We have never been the same. That is nonsense they call reunification. Of course, it never existed. They always want the world to believe that we were one before the white man came and separated us. That's a lie. That's a big lie. There was no reunification before unification. Ladies and gentlemen, there was none. And so, again, this is a great example that we have said here. And remember, lockdown continues until September the 16th. On September the 17th, lockdown will be shut down, and then all the schools, the community schools, the private schools, the mission schools in Ambazonia will reopen. What we do not want to see, I cannot emphasize this enough, what we do not want to see is any school operated by La République du Cameroon in Ambazonia opening its doors. And so even when we talked about September 17th to October the 2nd, we do not include any so-called government schools. We don't want to see them in Ambazonia. They are the reason we are in this war for 8 years. I mean La République du Cameroon. And so I want to encourage parents. I know things are really, really, really tough and difficult with you on the ground. But please, do not allow your child go to any so-called government-operated school operated by La République du Cameroon. You don't want to put your child at risk. The children going to the private schools, the community schools, the mission schools, they are safe in the hands of Ambazonia fighters. But any child seen going to any so-called GBHS or GHS, anything with a G is a no-go area, it's a no-go zone. And I hope that Salah Emmanuel is hearing me. Salah Emmanuel has taken, I learned that he has reported some of us to the Attorney General of the USA. In Salah Emmanuel is at it again, ladies and gentlemen. We are told that he has reported some of us in the diaspora, Ambazonian leaders in the diaspora, particularly in the USA, to the Attorney General, of the USA. Now, this guy will not stop amazing me. This is a guy who wins no case as a lawyer, but he keeps on trying. Of course, I understand the reason he keeps on doing this, because La République du Cameroon is paying for the bills, and he is profiting, making good profit out of it. And so I learned today that he has that in Salah Emmanuel, the guy's face you find on your screen has written a petition to the U.S. Attorney General reporting some of let me read the story that I saw here about what Salah Emmanuel has put out there. Barrister Salah Emmanuel, he is not renowned for anything good. So I didn't write this story. I'm just reading a story as I found it on the news side. It says, Barrister Emmanuel Salah, a renowned Cameroonian lawyer and human rights defender whose 3D mantra, disrupt, dismantle, defeat, drive his campaign. He has made it clear that protecting Cameroon children is paramount. Protecting Cameroon children is paramount. Manuel Salah, if you want to protect Cameroon children and send them to school, you should be giving them tuition-free scholarships, isn't it? You should be doing that. All right, but the story continues. His actions have placed him at the forefront of the fight to protect education and human rights in Cameroon. With the start of the school year approaching in Cameroon, September 9, that was today, separatist groups have intensified their efforts to prevent schools from reopening. Now, again, that is a false statement there. I don't know which media, I don't know where this is, Cameroon News Agency, but they are not known for writing falsehood, but this statement is not correct. Ambazonian leaders are not preventing schools from reopening. We have merely set a particular date for schools to reopen, short and simple. Now, the story goes. In response, Barrister Emmanuel Salah has mounted a global. Can you imagine those big words they used to kind of elevate that guy? It says, Barrister Emmanuel Salah has mounted a global campaign to counter the separatists. Salah has taken direct action by contacting Attorney General Merrick Garland in the United States, requesting that U.S.-based leaders of these separatist groups face prosecution. Emmanuel Salah has really tried. He has really tried. Emmanuel, I give you thumbs up. You have really tried. The only problem is that you know what you are doing. You are draining La République du Cameroon with their funds, because you know you have no results, sir. You have no results to show for your activism on behalf of La République du Cameroon. And I don't know. I really don't know. This is a family that is very corrupt. Only a few months ago, or it was last year, the sister was locked up for fraud, for taking money from the American government in pretense of, let me not even go there, but Emmanuel is, I think the sister may actually be in prison at the moment, if I'm not wrong, serving time in jail in the U.S. for fraud. And this is a guy who, I don't know, who rules Cameroon, knowing that Salah family's name is in the criminal system in the USA. The Cameroon leaders really believe that this is a guy who can push their case in the U.S.? Think about it. Ben Salah, I should call him a very smart guy. He's a smart guy. He's making good money, really, really good money in the hands of those buffoons in Yaoundé. Salah has never won a case in the USA. Never. Of course, you would want to take credit for those Ambazonian activists who are in detention in the USA. But his fingers are not there. His thumbprints are not there. He has not been to any court. The only cases he has been to in court in the USA, they were against Tapang Ivor and yours truly, myself. And he did not win any case. He took me to a court, two California courts. Two California courts. The cases were dismissed. He took Tapang Ivor to one of the courts in California. The case was dismissed, and he was asked to pay Tapang. I would have sued him for the charges, for the charges we incurred, taking me to court. But we chose to lay down. We didn't want to waste Ambazonian money under an irrelevant lawyer going for whatever in the US. We didn't want to do that. And so, but Tapang Ivor turned around and sued him and claimed the charges because the court ruled in that case and said, Salah Emmanuel is in the habit of filing frivolous cases and dismiss it twice. So this time, Salah Emmanuel has written a petition to the Attorney General of the USA, and this is what the story says. Salah has taken direct action by contacting Attorney General Merrick Garland in the United States, requesting that US-based leaders of these separatist groups face prosecution. Salah has been instrumental in tracking separatist leaders worldwide. I don't know who wrote this story. Worldwide? And what are his results? This is just propaganda. Propaganda. Salah's letter to the Attorney General is part of a larger effort that includes outreach to the United Nations General Assembly President. Now, you guys know who the United Nations General Assembly President is, right? That is referring to Philemon Yang. Philemon Yang. Salah's letter to the Attorney General is part of a larger effort that includes outreach to the United Nations General Assembly President Philemon Yang and the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights. I would want to think that this article is written by Salah himself, because when you see the praise that is attributed or given to him in this story, you can tell that it was written by him and then sent out in some quack social media, so-called publishers picked it and just ran with it. He has also called on China to arrest a separatist leader in Hong Kong, whoever that may be. But ladies and gentlemen, this is to tell you how frustrated Yaoundé is, that they will look at an inconsequential guy like this one running for a lawyer, never won a single case, putting millions in his hands to petition U.S. Attorney General. Who are you? Who is in Salah? Is Salah the Minister of Justice in La République du Cameroon? Attorney General, or what do they call them? Procureur General in Yaoundé? Oh, who are you, sir? Oh, I can't believe the people who run that country. I think I should just masquerade and go get some money from them and pretend I'm going to do stuff like this for them, because that is all that this guy is doing. He's been taking money from La République du Cameroon for years in the guise of locking up Ambazonian leaders. Unfortunately, we are all still out. And we are all still doing exactly what we have promised Ambazonia to do. Fight for a free and independent Ambazonia. And we will go any length and do anything to make sure that that country is free. We are not afraid of J-term, sir. Not afraid. Not afraid. And if you think that if you lock Ambazonian leaders in jail, the struggle will be over, you are mistaken. It will be very stupid of you to think so, because Sisiko and the rest have been there for how many years now? Almost about 7 years now, isn't it? About 7 years. Did the struggle go anywhere? You have so many Ambazonian leaders locked up in your gulags in Yaoundé. The struggle has been going on now for 8 years. Those leaders were picked up, dumped in Yaoundé, sentenced to life imprisonment, and Yaoundé was hoping that Chris Anu and all those noisemakers, I don't want to say out there, will will run, will run, everybody will scatter. I actually had the courage to go to Nigeria to look for them. And I was hoping that you would pick me up too. You couldn't pick me there. So, ladies and gentlemen, you put up Chris Anu behind bars, and Ambazonia will still be a free country. Many more Chris Anus, they will surely emerge, and they will carry the torch. They will carry the torch. And the battle and the struggle will go on and on and on and on. And so that is what is going on. So schools resume September 17 through October the 2nd. In the meantime, lockdown continues. Lockdown continue again. I cannot say this enough. If you are a parent, if you are a student, we do not want your children to stay at home. Take it from me. Take it from me. We do not want your children staying home. We want your children to resume school September 17 onward. That is the decision from Ambazonian leaders. But for now, we observe total lockdown. Total lockdown. And if you are in Boya, in Bamenda, in Kumba, in Victoria, you are sending your children to any Cameroon-operated schools, I bet you their security and their safety cannot be guaranteed. Their security and safety cannot be guaranteed. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this to you. In the past few months, we have seen some different groups carry out some different actions in Ambazonia aimed at furthering the struggle, and we have come out, yours truly in particular, have come out to fiercely oppose it. I'm talking about things like taxi color change. I came out fiercely, and many of you too came out and opposed it. So-called liberation tax, we came out and fiercely opposed it. Now, we have said that schools can only resume within September 17 and October the 2nd. Somebody will be asking, Chris, how does that further the struggle? No, it does. And let me explain to you. There are certain things in the course of this struggle we will be able to do. They are realistic. They will bring results. But certain things will not be realistic. They will not bring results. Instead, they must turn to put pain on the people, and those kind of things, we oppose them. The issue, the subject of schools, when we began the struggle, we said children should stay home. That was then. That was then. But then we realized that the war was going to last longer, and we suggested that community schools, private schools, mission schools, they go on in Ambazonia. Now, 8 years after, we think that there are certain things that we can begin to do that are just symbolic, like this education thing. We can begin to do them. Things like saying that we are Anglo-Saxon, and so we have to begin to respect some of our Anglo-Saxon culture, like the educational system. We have learned, we want to learn how to begin to separate ourselves from certain things which are done from the perspective of La République du Cameroon. And when we realize we are able to do it, we're able to implement it without putting any harm on anybody, on any civilian on the ground, we think it is worthwhile to do so. But things like taxi color change, which only put pain on the people, and doesn't change the struggle by any means, by any way, put people's lives in danger, we said no. The moment will come. There are good ideas. Taxi color change, I don't care about it. It's not a bad idea. But the time for it is not now. The time for it hasn't come. The day will come when Ambazonia has taken over its territory, and then they sit on the table and say, do we still want to maintain yellow or black or green or whatever as taxi color? The people of Ambazonia will decide as far as that is concerned. Liberation tax is another good idea. However, implementation is a problem. Because when you now have a situation where people carry guns and you don't even know whether they are Ambazonian fighters, and they walk door to door and intimidate people, harass people, abduct people, and say, you have to show your receipt for tax. No, it becomes collateral damage. We want, if liberation tax would have to be implemented, it would have to be a decision of all the leaders coming together to say, okay, this is the tax that we want from ground zero in order to prosecute this struggle. And this is how collection is going to look like. And this is how we recognize people who have paid their liberation tax and so on and so forth. Not one person, not one hungry person standing up one day and sending talks to the street to go and harass people in the name of liberation tax. No, not on Ambazonians. Not at the moment. If we sit down, discuss, and agree, I will totally support it for as long as I know the modalities for collection do not put additional pain on the people on ground zero. But come to think about this. We have hundreds of thousands of francophone businesses on the ground in Ambazonia. Victoria is almost all francophone. How about that? Bamenda, Nkwen, Maitri, Bamenda, Nkwen, Upstation, all those areas, almost all francophones, ladies and gentlemen. They are in Kumba, they are in Boya, they are everywhere. I wish that some of these guys would have the faculties to reason logically to say, you know what, let's start, if anything tax, it should be upon those businesses, upon those people. I will have no problem. I will have absolutely no problem if those taxes are levied against those francophone traders, businesses in the territory. But no, they don't do that. They go to a small village like in Batibo, harass people, 30,000, 10,000, 5,000. And the big fish is there doing business freely, and they do nothing. And so, ladies and gentlemen, listen to the sound of my voice. Certain things will be implemented like this cool thing that we know that we can effectively manage it and implement it without causing any pain. So once more, I really love to appreciate all the parents, all the students, all the school administrators on the ground for respecting this lockdown. Please, it continues tomorrow through the 16th. Do not say it was ghost town. Today wasn't ghost town. It was lockdown, and you know lockdowns have a duration. And this one, September 9 through September the 16th. Now, this is very important. I got some breaking news that is coming from Yaoundé. I got some very, very important message from Yaoundé that I like to bring to you guys. It's a security something, and if you are an Ambazonian restoration fighter, take this very, very seriously. Take this very, very seriously. That is what is coming on the ground. You got to take this very, very seriously. So, coming live this afternoon, I learned that drone pilots, La République du Cameroon is sending out drone pilots into Ambazonia. La République du Cameroon sending out drone pilots into Ambazonia. Again, La République du Cameroon sending out drone pilots into Ambazonia. Now, this is the story that I got as I was coming live. A team of drone pilots trained by the French will be dispatched to Ground Zero today. Today meaning Monday, September 9. So today, September 9, a team of drone pilots trained by the French will be dispatched to Ground Zero. Now, this is coming from my informant in Yaoundé within La République du Cameroon's force. They will be sent to Boya, to Kumba, to Mamfe, Bamenda, Santa, and Bui. Again, the drone pilots are being sent to Boya, Kumba, Mamfe, Bamenda, Santa, and Bui. They are aimed at locating amber camps and monitoring their movements so as to ensure effective school resumption and also prevent October 1st celebrations. I hope you heard that. They are aimed or they are sent to locate amber camps and to monitor their movements so as to ensure effective school resumption and to prevent manifestations on October 1st. These drones are special security drones and they produce less noise. So therefore, making it impossible for it to be surveyed. Making it possible for it to survey an area without being noticed by the enemy. Fighters should take note and carry out their activities with caution. This is very important. I hope you guys are hearing me. These drones are special security drones and produce less noise. So therefore, making it possible for them to survey an area without being noticed by anybody. And fighters are being cautioned to take this very seriously, so they know how to be very, very cautious when they carry out their activities. I hope that every fighter on the ground takes this piece of news very, very seriously. Very, very seriously. Again, La République du Cameroon sending out drones to Boya, to Kumba, to Mamfe, Bamenda, Santa, and Bui. And Bui to monitor the atmosphere. They want to stop. They want to make sure that school resumption take place, and they also want to make sure that October 1st celebrations do not take place in Ambazonia. That's their motive. So please let this piece of message reach out to our Ambazonia restoration fighters. If you are an activist, please get this piece of news out. It came to me before I came on live from a military source in Yaoundé. This is very, very reliable. So please, all the activists out there, send that piece of news outside. Now I will take you to Bamenda, but before I do that, I will go out for a second before I come back. Stay put.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com.
All right. Thanks for staying put, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, this is open mic. Open mic means You can stop me at any hour, make a phone call, make a contribution, or ask a question. But now, I take you to Bamenda, where we have learned since yesterday, I think since Saturday evening, of the arrest of hundreds, ladies and gentlemen, hundreds of Ambazonians in the city of Bamenda from all over the corners, Old Church Junction, in Queen, everywhere in Bamenda, we learned there are hundreds, at least 300 people arrested yesterday, Saturday and yesterday, and locked up in the police stations in Bamenda. For whatever reason, we do not know, because they don't speak, they don't issue a statement, they don't do press conferences. They can just pick up citizens and put them behind bars, and who are you to question them? But also we have learned how people are spending hundreds of thousands just to bribe the same police to get their family members released from those cells. Now, I got this story. I like to read that story. That's this story. On the night of Saturday breaking Sunday, September 8, government forces stormed the Nobleman, Nitop 3, Mancho Street, Back Mortuary, Mancho Street, in other neighborhoods, resulting in more than 500 arrests. Among those detained were women and children, with some of the kids as young as 5 years old. With children as young as 5 years old. And this is not the children they say they want them to be in school. Think about that. These are children they want to see in school, isn't it? But while they are preparing for school resumption, they are picked and locked up behind bars. Speaking to this reporter, their mother said they hadn't eaten since the arrest. I guess she was speaking from behind detention. The detainees, including old people, were taken to the Central Police Station at Old Town Bamenda, where they were held for the entire day. By the end of the day, they needed 10,000, or some needed 10,000 francs each for their release. Among them were internally displaced persons, IDPs, who could not afford the bail, leading to a significant number remaining at the police station. By 5 p.m. on Sunday, that was yesterday, many were still at the police station, and many were still there at the time of the report. Now, I paid 10,000 francs and was issued something that looked like a receipt. On my way out, the officers at the gate collected the receipt. One person said. Another victim who didn't want to be named said, they refused to give my bike. Others were asked to pay 25,000 CFA francs before their vehicles will be handed to them. So they even picked up people in their vehicles. Can you imagine that? They picked up people in their vehicles. It's like stopping you in your vehicle. Normally what they do is they stop you, they ask you to open the door, they climb into the car and say, drive me to the police station. And then you go there and they lock you up. Another victim who, in Chang, as she elected to be addressed, said she was at Nobleman to spend the lockdown with her friend, Eunice. Little did she know her friend's neighborhood was going to be invaded that night. They hit our door and forced us to open, or they would burn it down. We were in our nightmare. We were in our night where one asked in French if we were the only ones at home. My friend said yes. Inchang said, and further narrated that one of them pointed a gun at us and said we should undress. We tried to resist, but they overpowered us. She narrated in tears. Reports have also emerged that soldiers confiscated huge sums of money and other valuables like smartwatches, headsets, and jewelry from people's homes. Human rights bodies have yet to state these events. Elites, including elected officials, religious and traditional authorities, have exercised sealed lips. Of course, the elite never have to speak when their own people are picked up. The elites know when they speak. The elite, if actually they exist, the elite. Why government officials, notable and security forces claim the operation was a security measure to protect the people and their property. The population believes it was one of their moves to enrich themselves by continuing milking the population dry. Can you even imagine this, ladies and gentlemen? Government officials say it was for security reasons. The operation was a security measure to protect the people. Think about that. It was a security measure to protect the people. So how did bribe now come in if it was a security measure to protect the people? As if you care for the people, isn't it? Think about that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to open the phone lines. You go ahead and you call in. I would like to hear from you, especially if you are listening to the sound of my voice from Ground Zero. Most of you out there, you have the phone number. If not, I think the phone number is right there on your screen. So go ahead, call and let me know. I'd like to hear what is happening in Bamenda, in Kumba, in Manfe, in Kumbo, everywhere in Ambazonia. I want you to call and tell me how lockdown is looking like in your community. Let us know if any Larapapri Cameroon schools attempted to operate today. Let me know, please. The phone line is right there on the screen, and before you call, just make sure that the volume of your television set is turned down before you call. All right. Again, the phone number is right there on your screen. Go ahead and call. All right, let me get to my first caller here for the day. Hello, sir.
Hello, Thomas. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Gokutunjia County.
Oh, you are always calling from Goketunjia. Thanks for calling, sir. Tell me, how was lockdown today in Goketunjia?
100% effective, Comrade Chris.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
100% effective.
And what are you hearing in town? Because I learned in places like Kumba, the colonial officials got so mad, they stormed the street, the market, especially Fiango area, and I guess downtown began locking up shops, and because traders obeyed lockdown in Kumba. Did you observe anything in Goketunjia? Are you in Ndop?
Yeah, I am precisely in Baba 1.
Baba 1, okay. So what did you observe on the ground?
In our area, there was nothing of that sort. Nobody came to lock shops. Everything was, everywhere was ghosted. Our people are really conscious of this issue.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes. So I think if it continues like this, then we have taken a different dimension. And I wish this continues all over Ambazonia.
Exactly, and we're expecting that to happen. And let me say this to Ambazonians. Ambazonians, We didn't just call this lockdown to shut down the community just because of this school resumption thing, but we also know that Philemon Yang will be what do they call it? Will be inaugurated the president of the United Nations General Assembly, the 79th session next week. And we also call this lockdown to coincide with that inauguration, so that his peers at the United Nations know that back in his country, there is nothing like peace. There is war, and that things are not well back in his own country, and he should not even be sitting there. If the world, if so-called leaders, United Nations, African Union, if they were not so corrupt an organization, Philemon Yang should not be going close any time to the United Nations Plaza in New York. He should be in Yaoundé or maybe in Oku, not in New York. But because, again, hold on, comrade. Again, people talk to us about diplomacy. When you see these people as corrupt as they are, that a country will be causing genocide in its own country, and they will send somebody, and the United Nations will accept somebody from that country to sit as a president of the General Assembly. That is why diplomacy is hard, because they are corrupt. They are very corrupt. So you guys should understand the kind of fight we are into. But we did this so that even when he sits there at the United Nations and they are seeing images like this one, they cannot have the courage to say that, well, everything is okay in Cameroon, the war is over or is getting over. Cameroon will learn from this. This war not getting over, not tomorrow, not the next day, not in another 1 year. Maybe unless they are ready to call a truce, sit on the table and talk sincerely. Go on, sir.
All right. Yes. Community leaders also want to comment on the Republic of Cameroon. You see, they are stranded to the extent that anything anybody tells them, they just do it. They don't even think of the aftermath. They don't even think of the impact, whether it will be negative or positive. You see, about these drones issues, this is the second time they are dispatching the pilots. I think this is the second time, yes. If not the second time, they have been dispatching the drones. Our boys have been shooting them down. Shooting them down. I think they are just trying to come please. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Well, yeah, that's what we now learn that they now understand that the military option has failed. They tried drones at the beginning of this war. You remember those machine guns they paraded in Douala heading for Bamenda, and we were all laughing. We saw them up station Bamenda going down somewhere, going to Bui, and we were laughing. Who are they going to shoot with those machine guns, those cannons? Of course. They were trying to frighten us. 8 years after, where are they? I'm sure they took it overnight back to Yaoundé. Now they brought in a French expert. We saw French experts in the field in Ambazonia. What have they done? 8 years after, we are still waxing strong. Now let them bring drones. Let them bring drones. We were told that drones will do the work. This is not a conventional warfare where you can you put a drone in the air and target anybody. After all, it is war. It's not like Israel-Hamas war where Israel can direct a drone at a particular community and cause collateral damage. No, it's not like that. So they are wasting their time. The earlier they realize the battle of the gun will not resolve this conflict, the better for them.
They have even lost consciousness. You see, that is why they don't even know the kind of war they are fighting. That's why you see them moving up and down. They don't even know whether it is guerrilla warfare or it's an asymmetrical warfare or whatsoever. So they don't even know. They have lost consciousness.
All right. Thank you for the call, sir.
You are welcome, Comrade, please.
All right, the phone line is open. Please go ahead, call and make a contribution. Let me know what is in your mind, please. Let me see what these fellows are writing here. Good evening, sir. Texting you from Bui. You can call me if you want. I have some suggestions that can help our soldiers. Okay, you go ahead and call, okay? Go ahead and call. Good evening, sir. Ghost Town. The sender won't say, oh. Good evening, my parents. Watching from Bamenda, please. Let's listen to what Ayaba can say about what he did, please. We are very happy down here where, let's think, oh, this is very old. Okay, that's an old message. Good evening, sir. Ghost Town in Bamenda was perfectly respected even in Cathedral today. I did not see any student there. Thanks. The bishop saw it live. All right. Even in Cathedral, even Bishop K didn't have children in the Catholic schools there. I guess he has been the champion. The champion. I saw a video of him the other day, calling upon parents to send children to school, but he was very careful. He was very careful not to say, send your children to school on Monday, September 9. But he was like, send your children to go to school, as if anybody is stopping the children from going to school, right? No. I can't make this clear enough. Ambazonian leaders want children to go to school. However, on the calendar we have put out there, simple. Bishop K and the Catholic nuncio, the representative of the Pope in La Republique du Cameroon, they can say what they want about children going to school and peace and so on. Please, we just urge them to continue to realize, live in the reality that we are at war. We are at war. All right. Please, the phone line is open. Go ahead and call. Go ahead and call. Let me know what happened in your neck of the wood. Now, good evening, my president. I'm writing from Kumba. We had ghost town, but few bikes were still working because the DO of Kumba, the DO of Kumba 1 was off to what? Down people's store, I guess I was trying to say. Bike riders are forced to work on Monday. And if you don't, a pass given by the DO, you will be forced to pay a sum of 25,000 before your bike is given back to you. All of you should down your tools. Work in solidarity. If that is what they are doing, all the bikers should come together and say you are not riding unless you are allowed your free passage to ride. Simple. The diaspora cannot do anything for you. The restoration fighters cannot protect all of you. There are so many of you and you are a force on your own. All you need to do to send a message to the DO in Kumba is, all of you, down your tools. Refuse to pay a dime. And tell them that you did not cause the war. They are responsible for it. All right, go ahead. And again, the phone line remains open. The phone line remains open. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am waiting for your call. Again, remember that this is open mic. This is open mic. Now, I'd like to take you to something a little bit, a message that I received from Eric Tato, which is quite interesting, very, very interesting message that came from Eric Tato. I believe that thing is making the rounds. I believe that message is making the rounds. I like you to listen to that message from Eric Tato. Get that message on the screen, please. Get the message on the screen. Okay. I guess something is wrong with that clip. Please try to get that clip back on. Okay.
Oh, amigo, hold on. So, guys, my Baba is here, and I want to thank him so much for always keeping me neat and clean. Today is September 8th, 2024, and it makes me exactly 1 year on house arrest. I mean, it's very important to underscore and to use this opportunity to encourage anybody who is watching this video to let you know that there are fundamental things in life that you have to think. Think of how to make yourself always better, make your projects better, and stay focused. And always consider every situation as part of an upliftment, a divine intervention from God for preservation and favor. And above all, never forget to respect the law, you know. Take, for example, I've been on house arrest for a year. That's 12 months, 365 days plus. And what have I done? Totally stayed on course to respect my conditions for release. So wherever you find yourself, stay motivated, stay encouraged, and always know that there's nothing that you can achieve. Thank you.
Always know that there is nothing you cannot achieve. Even when you are under house arrest. I never knew Eric Tato was on house arrest. I had no idea. I see him doing a lot of things, putting on some businesses around the Maryland area, but I never for once knew he has been under house arrest and is now counting into 1 year. 1 year under house arrest. Now, you know what house arrest, if you live in the USA, you know what a house arrest means. It means you are limited to what you can do. Your movement is restricted, very much restricted. But I've watched Eric done a lot, achieve, I should use the word achieve a lot within that 1 year. Setting up restaurants, setting up businesses, and I'm not just talking about small businesses, big businesses. And I think it's a lesson for anybody. This struggle or this liberation war has put quite a handful of people under chains. But he is one of those who has refused to go under chains. And so no matter the situation you put him, he is still prospering and doing just what he can do to survive. And so I hope that Eric Tato does better and get the chains off his hands to the effect that he is able to regain his liberties and be a free man. But what he has said there is quite a sobering moment. Again, the phone line is open. The phone line is open. I take you to another very humorous clip here. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Paul Beer. I actually learned that Paul Beer is in the U.S. now. Paul Beer is in the U.S. now. Take a look.
What the minute? Hey! What the minute? Hey! What the minute? What the minute? Hey! What the minute? What the minute?
Well, that is the president of Cameroon, La République du Cameroon. That is the man who still wants another term. He is still asking for another 7 years term. The guy can barely walk. In fact, sometimes he doesn't even know where he is. Remember, he was here in the U.S. a year or two ago, and when he was called us to address the assembly, he asked where he was and who was in the house. Are there some important personalities in the house? The man did not know where he was. And look at him. He is still asking to rule that country for another 7 years. And why I came on live, I wish I can find that. Write-up. I saw a press statement. Okay, this is a press statement. I saw this press statement. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw this press statement when I came on live. A press statement coming from Peter Mafani Musonge, appealing to the youths of Cameroon to go out and patronize a certain movie in honor of this man who can barely walk, talk less of knowing where he is. Peter Musonge writes, projection of the documentary film titled Paul Biya, Great Statesman with Prodigious Destiny. I have the honor to bring to your knowledge that the CPDM militants of the Southwest region have been invited by the organizers to the public projection of the documentary film titled Paul Biya, a Great Statesman with a Prodigious Destiny, scheduled to take place on Thursday, 19 September 2024, as from 1 p.m. in the Moliko Omispor Stadium, in order to make sure that this event, whose stakes for the Southwest region are very high. Can you imagine that? The event of going out for the premiere of Paul Biya's film, he said the stakes are very high. That is Peter Musonge. Let me read it. In order to make sure that this event, whose stakes for the Southwest region are very high, is successful, a generous contribution of 1,500,000 CFA from each division and 1 million from the permanent regional delegation of the Central Committee should be sent to Chief Nasako Fitzgerald with the phone number there on or before Monday, September 16. Thanks in advance for your understanding and cooperation. Yours sincerely, Peter Mafani Musonge. That is Cameroon for you. That is Cameroon for you. Somebody has produced a film to project Paul Biya to stand elections for another 7 years term. Paul Biya is over, I think Paul Biya is 93 or 94 now. Paul Biya has already ruled the country for 42, I think it's going to 43 years now. And Peter Mafani Musonge is out there telling people in the press release, a press statement, asking every division, as they call it, to send in 1.5 million. Now you have 5 counties, or 5, yeah, you have 5 counties in Ambazonia. Let me get this caller first. Hello. Hello.
Our comrade, please.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from, please?
From Momo Country.
Wonderful. How was lockdown in Momo today?
Effective, 100%.
Wonderful.
Those colonial masters, there was They may be angry, walk around like mad dogs. But that's what they have been doing for 8-9 years now.
Yes.
Without any change. They are not ashamed of themselves. So, I be that brother was sending you that audio.
Which audio?
About something election. About election.
When did you send it?
The day that we were having a Zoom meeting with Yaba.
Okay. And what was it about?
About election 2025.
Okay.
Have you seen the audio?
I listened to a lot of audios. I may not remember the particular video audio.
Oh, you should try to look for it. Now, very important message about something in northern zone, north.
Yeah, tell us what was the content of it.
About a strong force that will come from north for vengeance.
Oh, okay. Okay,
yes,
all
don't
right.
play with that audio. Don't play. It's a very serious matter. Don't play with it.
All right, I hear you.
Yes,
if you can forward it to me, if you can forward it to me, if you still have it, forward it to me again.
Okay, I am a son under a ministry. Anything, God reveal anything. Nothing come in this Cameroon that God do not reveal. Because in our country, they respect men of God. And why would they never ever get opportunity when God reveals something?
But
so
you know, no be every person they call and say man of God, where they prophesy, it be correct man of God. You know so, right?
No, I'm talking. No, when you will check out, you will understand. This one a profile you used to
because
the resource.
Right, because
you understand person will talk. You understand person will talk. You should send me this and I send a message too.
Okay, I hear you.
It's a serious matter.
Okay, because
I know what it means by man of God prophesy. Yes, I know what they mean by man of God prophesy. So I'm not. You understand this? We will talk.
Because we get
send you information.
Because you get one of those man of God. It's a day for London. When it's wrong, when I dream a dream, or it's sitting where they happen. It make prophecy. It's a they do Cameroon prophecy. I don't listen to that man. People keep sending me his so-called prophecy. That guy is fake. I don't know how many of you sit on television say you are listening to that guy in London. He is fake. Somebody should tell him I said so. I know who is genuine and who is fake. I listened to one prophecy he made yesterday. I said, hold on a second. I listened to one prophecy he made yesterday. He was saying, oh, Ambazonian fighters should not carry out that attack. Ambazonian fighters should not carry out an attack. And I just sat there looking at him. Somebody sent it to me, and I was hoping that I won Ambazonian fighters. And I just sat down there laughing and saying, I wish people can discern from the fake and the real. People sit down, use manipulation to manipulate people in the name of prophecy. That is nonsense. Not everybody is a genuine. That guy in London is a fake. I don't want to be calling his name here, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Go on.
Exactly. They have already sold to the devil. They like the devil. But they know the consequence of what they are doing. But it's their portion, their motion. So,
right.
Comrade, you will then know personally the talk. This message is very, very important. There's something very cooking. This election 2025 will not be as usual. There's something coming from north. I will not say, oh yeah.
All right. Do me the favor. Let's not talk about it on television. Send me the audio. I'll listen to it. I'll give you a call.
Yes. And the one other thing, I have come the other day for tele, beginning to talk, say they were calling for a Zoom meeting. He was not even interested to come in there. So before even coming, he will be here. They were all talking about his name. I don't know why when the social bring this man. This man is not fighting for our. You people say keep Ayaba aside. We can do 1 million times better without him. We don't even need him. So keep Ayaba very far. Anything you people are doing over there, we don't need him. We can sustain. We don't even need him. He's a distractor. He's an agent. So those women are looking you make come to give for the anybody who celebrate. Look at the man the way they are celebrating celebrating him. He ain't nowhere. Look at the other man calling him the who celebrating is our hero and he's happy. The man a leader that are celebrating is comfortable. That's not the leader. We go read the Bible. Anybody who celebrate for the Bible, how the person end up.
Yeah, don't be worried. Don't be worried.
When you people have a meeting, put him very far. We don't need him. I will never need him. We are fine. I will move ahead.
Yeah,
Keep
no.
him very far away from this struggle.
No, yeah, you are correct.
May come down for Gaza when the struggle finish. They will meet up with the Macabo way the way lead. Thank you, more grace.
Thank you.
Stay blessed.
All right, thank you.
Don't forget to check for this audio. It's very important.
Yes, send it to me.
Thank you.
All right, let me get to another caller here. Hello. 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 Yes, sir. Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm calling from United States.
Okay. And what is on your mind, sir?
Yeah, I just want to appreciate you for all the good work you have been doing for this struggle.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I really appreciate your effort and keep it, because there are a lot of distractors. There are a lot of people who always want to distract. But just keep focused and everything will be okay. I really do appreciate. I've been struggling to meet you one-on-one, but it's not easy.
Where are you based in the US?
I'm based in Washington, D.C.
I come there often, and
yeah, somebody just told me that you were in Maryland last week or last month, like that.
yeah, about I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I believe.
Yeah. So we have noticed a lot in this struggle, but I thank God that you stay fast, no matter all what you have lost, because I know you have suffered the highest pain in this struggle. You lost your brother, your mother was locked up, you have a lot of difficulty, but you still stand for the struggle. I know God will surely reward you in 1,000-fold. So I just want to thank you.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. All I can say to you is, listen, we need support. This struggle needs financial support, without which, again, I have said this before, we will not lose, but it will take longer than expected. La Republic is hoping that we'll run out of money, and when people call and they're appreciating like this, all I can say is that please put your money into it and encourage others to do the same, so that we can keep on supporting the boys on the ground.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for the call.
You are perfectly correct. Okay, have a good one.
All right. All right, the phone number is still there on the screen. Then I got some messages here. The SDO of Meme has appointed some bike riders to collect 1,500 francs from each bike in Meme as a registration, in which we have over 10,000 bikes in Meme, but that same bike riders cannot support the fighters in the bush. All right? Mr. President, I'm beginning to have issues with my eyes recently, ladies and gentlemen, so without this I can't read. Mr. President, we have tried to stop all this, but the SDO used his army to fight us back. What we need is for you to use your high office and ask your fighters to warn those boys who are out to collect our money and give to the SDO. We have uniform. We have a uniform that is sold by the Kumba City Council for 4,000 francs each. And if you don't have your bike will be seized. Mr. President, please help us in Kumba because we are dying slowly. All right, I hear you, sir. I hear you. We are going to, if there is a, if this these bike riders in Kumba, if they have a leader, send me his information, please. If the bikers in Kumba have a syndicate and a leader, send me his information. All right. Then another person write, hello, my comrade. Good evening, sir. Thanks for always being there for your people. Yes, about sending drones. Today, a helicopter was going round not so high. Maybe it was the one. And there are so many of them around now. Okay, that was in Bamenda. All right, all right, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the phone line is still open. The phone line is still open. You can go ahead and call. Good day, Comrade Chris. The scenario of La République du Cameroon military on Sunday was aimed at extorting money from our people. I know a friend who was arrested with his 2 kids going to church, 3 years and 5 years old children, and he paid 30,000 francs for their freedom. Hope you are listening to that. That was in Bamenda. Good evening, sir. Thanks for your good work. When is school to start in Ambazonia land, sir? All right, writing from Bonge. Schools resume in Ambazonia September 17. September the 17th through October 2nd. That's a period, that's a time for school resumption. Hello, sir. Now people are being killed. Is it my chief or my thief or what? Who takes the advantage of Amba to do what he wants? What about the guns that have been spread out? What is seriously happening? I don't know what you are saying, sir. Your message is not clear. All right. Good evening, and watching from Bamenda, please. Is Ghost Town ending on the 23rd? No. Ghost Towns end on the 16th. Lockdown ends on the 16th. Again, lockdown doesn't end on the 23rd. It ends on the 16th. Children go back to school on the 17th. All right. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the absence of any phone calls, I may have to call this a night at the moment. If there is no caller. But before I do that, I just would like to remind all of you out there here in the diaspora, especially if you are either in New York, in Philadelphia or Pennsylvania, Delaware, Washington, D.C., New Jersey, Connecticut, Boston, anywhere in the diaspora, we are having a big protest rally coming up at the United Nations Plaza in New York on September 13. September 13, a big protest rally at the United Nations Plaza in New York, coming up on September 13. September 13 to protest Philemon Young. To protest Philemon Young, ladies and gentlemen, at the United Nations. Again, that protest rally is coming up September 13 at the United Nations Plaza in New York. If you are an Ambazonian or a supporter of Ambazonia, please, I encourage you, make plans to be in New York on September 13 for this protest rally against Philemon Yang, who is becoming the General Assembly President of the United Nations. Again, it is coming up on September 13, United Nations Plaza in the New York City. In New York City. All right. Again, without any other phone call, I want to believe that I want to call it a night. Thank you for tuning in, but do not forget, when I talk about support for the struggle, remember we have the website ambadeals.com. ambadeals.com. We have the website ambadeals.com. Please, I encourage you, you really want to stand with the struggle, please support the struggle by going to the website. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, this is Ordinary Prince from Maryland.
All right. Good to hear from you, sir. What is on your mind?
Yeah, just to find out, I want to know any update from Libya Lem. It's been a while. We haven't heard update from Libya Lem, and also school resumption, the road project, and also the Red Dragon.
I don't understand. What road project and what update, or what about the Red Dragon? What road project are you talking about?
Libya Lem road project that has been on flyers. The Red Dragon update. It's been a while. We didn't hear from them.
The Libya Lem road project you are referring to is being managed by Lekudo. We have no idea. You want to find out from them. The Red Dragons, they are there.
All right. What about school resumption in Libya Lem? We learned that Citowism going to reopen.
Citowism, like any other community private mission school, will resume September 17.
All right, thanks so much. I'm hearing from Prince of Maryland.
The Prince of Maryland?
Prince calling from Maryland.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you for the call. All right. So please get to the website ambadeals.com, support the Liberation War. Let us keep this going. For as long as we keep it going, La République du Cameroon can never claim victory. They will never claim victory for as long as we keep our contributions coming. The website ambadeals.com, you go there, you can pay in you can choose to pay in $10, $15, $20, $25, $100, but we want it to be comfortable with you, whatever you can afford on a monthly basis. I know that majority of the people can easily do $10 a month. May look small, but just imagine if we have 5,000 Ambazonians subscribed, just giving us only $10. We will never conduct a draft anymore. Never. Because $10 a month for 5,000 people give us $50,000 a year, a month. So please, if you really appreciate what we are doing, you appreciate the progress that you see on the ground, please, the only thing you can do to show your solidarity is to log on to the website ambadeals.com, register, and register for the deals, and choose the amount you can afford on a monthly basis to support the Liberation War. And then don't forget, next Sunday, this coming Sunday, is Liberation War Draft. It will be live, LGA by LGA, county by county, right here on the ABS and on Zoom. We want you to tune in from every nook and cranny of the world to chip in to your Ship in for your county or your LGA. That's what we're looking up to. Again, that is happening this coming Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. At this moment, I want to call it a night. God bless you all. I look forward to being back here on Wednesday with News Talk. Good night.